know what happened 12 years ago when we fought the apes. Say something like that, but then, Culp could come back and call him out and say, but you're the one that told me, hey, we had to get out of here. And I like the line, though, of it's been boring, except that if you're going to be mean the merciless, chew the shit out of that scenery. It should be almost like, it has been rather boring. He's just blasé in this moment that you don't even get the idea that he is that wacko villain ready to just go blow people up.
Yeah, they kind of missed out with him. I mean, it's just the fact that they're trying to tie the two movies together so much. It does not service the story.
Yeah. I also have to say that it's kind of weird when he comes in to tell him the 12 years of peace line, because it feels like a different scene is thrown in here, because also we've had the previous shots where it's Culp and Alma. And if you're going to say that Mendez is in that room with him, you either need to do a reestablishing shot to say that they're all in the room, or have him walk in. Because when we tell this story, we have Culp talking into his little microphone, all the canted angles of the people coming out of their bunk beds and whatnot. We do not see Mendez until all of a sudden he walks in and talks to Culp, and Culp is in a huge bit of shadow, where in his previous shot, he's in nothing but a pool of light.
Yeah, well, I told you this is out of order.
Right. Well, that's one of those that's obvious.
The security forces line was before that, and then we jumped to Caesar McDonald and Virgil having an entire conversation, and then it goes back to Culp and Mendez in the control room. So I mean, there's movement here that we just don't see. We're just kind of brought together. I don't know. It's there is a lot in this minute. They find the tape. They are rallying the troops to shoot to maim, and we find out that there's been 12 years of peace, and Culp was willing to risk that for whatever this confrontation or thing is now, and this is the start of playing the tape. There's a lot here.
God, I almost wish that somebody had said when they went and made this edit, look, we've got some stairs on the back lot. You don't need any light, because obviously the movie uses very little light. Go get this Mendez actor to run up the stairs, run in the door, and then cut that in, just so it's, get a shot of him looking concerned, like, we don't want to do this. It's just such a horrible, horrible edit that automatically...
like if you'd heard the announcement, it's like, no, we can't do this.
Yeah,
Don't you understand what we're doing? Yeah, okay.
Build some urgency to his delivery of that moment, and it might sell it a bit more. But it's just so stinking weird.
Can you imagine if we had the actor who returned for Breck, and how Breck would be delivering these lines?
Oh
so
my God,
it's
yeah.
It would be night and day versus what even a bored Breck would be more commanding than Culp is giving us right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling for some reason they weren't able to get Breck back. It feels the actor back. It feels like that should have been his character. You keep him in shadow. He's always in the shadows until the announcement of, hey, shoot the maim, and that's when he comes out and you say, oh, the governor's still alive, but he's got an eye patch on and scars all over him.
But
He's a survivor of the war.
Even Breck could have been blasé in this, and it would have been more Ming than Culp is. It would have been more commanding, even more terrifying.
What I don't know what I was looking up something there, and that was lovely. I was trying to find what's the name of the actor that played King Tut in the original Batman series. Victor something. Why can't? And I'm afraid to go to IMDb now because they want to serve me an ad. But you think of how much he would. It's almost
Victor Bruno.
Borga? No.
Buono.
Okay. So, and Richard, I'm so sorry that thing played over you speaking.
That's fine.
I'm thinking of him and the way he would walk into those things, and it's just so over the top. This guy wants to be that type of portrayal without going that extra distance, and it's just disheartening because this falls apart, and it's largely because he isn't that villain this film needs him to be.
Yeah, he's not big enough for the role.
No. All right.
He's the weak link.
He is. Outside of the chopped up storytelling, he really is.
I mean, compare him to Aldo, you know, that's pretty commanding.
True.
That's pretty demanding. And we need, if we've got Caesar here in the middle, we need Culp to be just as commanding. Like they need to be, you know, kind of the same, two sides of the same coin. Is that the right word?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely. I'd never thought of it, but you're absolutely right. You do have Aldo over there just being perfect and exactly what he needs to be. He's getting into that role and understanding that he's not supposed to be educated. He doesn't have those opinions, but he's acting on impulse. And I would love to say that the lines aren't written for Culp to be that, but truly they are. He could be taking this and making something of it, but he's not. He
could. If they're being read by the actor who did Breck, it would be different. It would be a different tone, and I'd be eagerly looking forward to what's going to happen. Right? I'd be like, what's going to happen here? We got two hotheads. One's bored. One's also bored because I mean, Aldo to a sense is bored. He feels kind of held back and chained, restrained from what he wants to do.
Right.
And comparative Breck on this side also being bored from this time. I don't know.
Well, so you got Claude Akins who's doing Aldo, and then Steve Darden is the one doing Culp. And I don't want to put, these two men that I don't believe are with us anymore. I'm not trying to pit them against each other in some battle of acting, but it is interesting that you watch and you see that one can find the smallest of things and run with it, and the other just sort of shits the bed.
Well, I mean, this to a certain extent would be either a fault of the director not really kind of getting what he needs out of Culp.
I agree,
and letting the character. I think Darden is doing the Culp character. I don't think he's not doing the character.
I don't disagree with you.
The director just needed to pull more out of his reading to make it a little more commanding, even though he's bored.
You're absolutely right. That is the director's call. Ultimately, if it's not there to pull it out, you do hope that actor's going to find it and say, "Shouldn't I be to this point now where I'm a little more maniacal?" But man, all of this goes along. If he was simply a little more on top of the moment, we would get a bit of fear of what will this man go to. He's, these lines like has been a bit boring. If he's more flippant with it, anything, then you're like, oh shit, he'll do anything. He just wants to get some shit stirred up.
I suppose we can already see how the director feels about these moments because there's no tension with the humans discovering the two orangutans and the human in their archives. Regardless of what Culp's lines are, there's just no excitement from Alma. Alma's the only one that's excited.
That is true.
She's the only one that's freaking out about, a camera or
the apes or whatever.
People and the humans themselves.
Lights coming on a panel gets her really worked up.
And nobody else is excited. They're all just kind of bored. Mendez shoots a light for 1 second here about, breaking peace. And that's it.
Her mutant power is to be able to turn on the intercom system without turning it on.
Yeah.
Oops. Switch the flip.
How many minutes is this film total?
89.
So they shot on a 43-day schedule. They were forced to shoot 2 minutes.
87.
2 minutes a day. The average feature film shoots 1 minute a day. So they're already 2-1 against what a normal schedule is. And wow. It makes me think that's just where it was like, who gives a shit? Let's just do this, get it on the film and go. But even with that, you can still say, come on.
They probably had a date to meet.
They probably did. I'm sitting here thinking of, if you've watched Hamilton, you see Jonathan Groff doing King George and how now he does the spitting because apparently King George was a notorious spitter, but he's frothing at the mouth. And Culp, if he would have been just got a little spittle on him, that would have done a lot. Ugh. This movie may frustrate me more than any of them. I really thought that Beneath frustrated me the most. This one, man, it says a lot about little Todd who ran home to watch Apes Week when they would play these after school. And I actually looked forward to battle because it was a battle. And now adult Todd is like, you are a stupid little kid, you idiot.
You wasted your life.
I did not waste my life. All right. Anybody got anything else?
No, that's it for me. No.
I think we have beaten the crap out of Culp in this moment enough. So let's move on. We'll be back tomorrow with another minute. And if I'm not incorrect, Sean, what minute would that be tomorrow?
That'd be minute 33.
All right. We'll come back with minute 33, Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Everyone have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The minute of the apes.